Hi there everybody, this is David and welcome to New RPG News. We have a bunch of stuff to talk about today, including me being at PAX West this weekend. Tons of stuff to go over, but I am the top story, because why not? It's my news show. I'll be the top story from once in my life. So I'm at the PAX West website and I'm just kind of like looking over who the various guests are. I see that Ben Starr is here. He's the first one up there. He was the voice actor for Clive for Final Fantasy 16. I actually met him. I met him at the 16 event. Really nice guy, super hot too. I'm actually going to his panel as well. So if you're at PAX West, you might see me at the Making of the Final Fantasy Tactics, the Ivalice Chronicles panel that he is hosting right there. So that's really freaking cool. Let's see who else I actually know here going to PAX West. I met Maximilian Dude at the same event. He was streaming at Final Fantasy 16. Really nice guy. I met Yoshi P. I even took a picture with Yoshi P. I have it right here. There I am with Yoshi P. How cool is that? So he will be there. Hopefully I can photobomb him again. He's like, who is this crazy person photobombing me? But, I took a picture with him. There's Backlog Battle. Awesome. Bill Amend. Oh my god. He's the author of Foxtrot. Holy crap. I loved Foxtrot growing up, like a little comic or whatever. So much fun. I have all the Foxtrot comic books. I don't know if he still makes them or not. I haven't gotten a comic book thing in quite a bit of time, or read the paper or whatever in quite a bit of time, but that's really cool. Dala Games is going as well. He's the on the podcast with Emily and Brandon. There I am. That's me. There I am. I am a panelist, and I will be going on Sunday talking about the magic of turn-based RPGs from 12:30 to 1:30. Hopefully, if you are at PAX West, you will see me there. How cool is that? I hate that picture. I just should give him a different picture. That picture, I don't know, I don't like it. I took it kind of in my dining room, and you can kind of see the living room in the background with the TV back there or whatever, but whatever. I don't really like it, but I should probably take a better picture. But anyway, let's see who else is there. Oh, he's cute. I don't know who you are, but you are cute. Okay. Let's see who else do I recognize. Right. Oh, there's Brandon. Brandon's going to be on my panel as well. Just the Gems. Awesome. Where is Emily? She should be here somewhere. There she is. There's Emily. She's going to be on my panel too. Very, very fun. I did a panel with Brandon last year. Emily came to PAX West and she dressed up as Estelle, and I took some pictures of us together and I posted them on Twitter and everything like that. So I think that she's going to dress up as Estelle again, and I might do some Sabin cosplay as well, because there is a Square Enix party that I am a special guest for as well. So if you go to the Square Enix party, I will be there as well. And I'm probably going to bring my Sabin cosplay, but we'll see if I have time to actually get into it, because it's quite the setup. And I'm kind of rushed throughout the day of a lot of stuff that I have to get done. So we shall see. But anyway, I do hope to see y'all at PAX in Seattle if you happen to be there too. This already ended here in the West, but now it's ending in Japan. Final Fantasy Brave Exvius to end service on October 31st in Japan, and a memorial version will be released after closure. So this closed down last year here in the West on October 30th, but it went for one more year in Japan, and it says a grand finale campaign will be held until the service ends, and a memorial version of the game allows players to view units and vision cards that will be released for the iOS and Android after closure. I am noticing with Octopath Traveler 0 kind of taking the game of Champions of the Continent and turning it into its own thing, and another game that we'll be going over later on in the episode kind of doing the same thing, that maybe Square will do the same thing for Opera Omnia, or maybe Dimensions or something like that, and then bring those into a console experience. I really liked Final Fantasy Dimensions. Dimensions 2, not so much. But hopefully they can do that and they can bring it in and make it like a console experience, minus all the grinding from Dimensions, because oh my god, it was ridiculous. But I heard really good things about Opera Omnia. I never played it, never played Brave Exvius. Heard good things about it though, so hopefully if they are good, they can bring them to a console experience now. Bear with me as I butcher all of this, because it's not just Japanese things I can't pronounce, it's Spanish, it's everything I can't pronounce. I can't pronounce anything. Pokemon Legends ZA reveals Mega Halucha, and it spreads its wings, and it's one of those Mexican wrestlers with the little masks on. I don't know what they're called. I don't know if they have a name, but I have no idea what they are. And it's interesting that his tail is not in the back. His tail is in the front. Very interesting, Pokemon. Very interesting. Anyway, focusing way too much on this. The Pokemon Company also announced that it's partnered with Consejo Mundial de Lucha Libre to host a special event at Arena Mexico in Mexico City on September the 25th at 6 p.m., featuring 4 exposition matches with top Lucha Libre, that's what they're called, Lucha Libre wrestlers, Mystico. Tickets will be available soon via Ticketmaster. And Pokemon Legends ZA is due out for Switch 2 and Switch on October the 16th. Super sorry to any Hispanic viewers out there as I completely butchered all of that. Yes, I know, I'm a dirty American. I just speak English. Like, it's really bad. I was at a pool party the other day at my friend Michael and Drew's house. And I walk out, I go inside the pool, and I see these guys there, and they're speaking Spanish to each other or whatever, and I'm like, hey, how are y'all? And then they, like, turn over, and they're like, hey, how are you? Or whatever, we're talking. And they're from Salt Lake City, and they actually asked me, they said, do you speak any Spanish? And I said, oh, I said, I know hola. And then I went, and I said, I know the other one. What is it? Took me a minute, and I go, adios! That's the other one that I know. I was like, I don't know anything. It's really bad. Anyway, Pokemon trading card game Pocket Secluded Springs expansion launches on August the 28th. Reiko, Entei, and See You Soon? See You Soon? That cannot be right. See You Soon headline the new expansion. I'm gonna go with See You Soon because I don't know. Anyway, this is gonna launch on August 27th at 11 p.m. Pacific time. The description reads, Reiko, Entei, and See You Soon headline the new expansion along with a variety of events that will arrive in the game throughout September. And the Pokemon trading card game Pocket is available for iOS via the App Store and Android via Google Play. E's memoir, Revelations, not Memories, Revelations in Celceta coming west in early 2026. This is the Switch version of E's Memories of Celceta. Why they have to rename it into Revelations of Celceta just to further confuse everybody, I have no idea, but here we are. So this first launched for Switch in May 22nd in Japan. It is a port of Memories of Celceta, yet it has been renamed to Revelations in Celceta. I don't know. It says has newly arranged versions with all in-game background music. A physical day one edition will be available for $60. That's a good deal because a lot of the times you will buy a game for $60 and you'll literally just get the game. You know what I'm saying? But here you're getting $60 that includes a copy of the game, a 3D acrylic keychain, a diorama set, a 2-disc original soundtrack with 36 tracks, a set of 5 art cards featuring characters from the game, and a 21 by 24 inch cloth map of Celceta, all housed within a specially illustrated outer box. Like, whoa. And like, I'm telling y'all, like, hell, you can buy a Nintendo game or a Nintendo Switch 2 game for $80 and you literally just get the game. You can buy this for $60 and you get all of this. Like, what is their excuse? If Marvelous and Xseed can do this, what is Nintendo's excuse? What is Capcom's excuse? What is Square Enix's excuse? These companies are so much larger, have so much more money than Xseed and Marvelous, and you don't get jack. You know what I'm saying? And then Xseed comes out and they're like, hey, we're gonna do this $20 cheaper than normal and you get all this stuff. Like, wow, good on them right there. When is this coming out? Did it say? I may have already said it and I just forgot in my ranting and raving. It just is early 2026. There you go. Also, I did look on their website to see if you can pre-order it, and as of the recording of this video, you cannot yet pre-order it. It says coming soon. I will include links though for it, just in case by the time that like y'all watch this video, then you can pre-order it. You know what I'm saying? Same dealio with Amazon. As of recording, you can't purchase it, but I will include a link to this just in case by the time that you watch this, maybe you can buy it. Solo Leveling Arise Overdrive launches on November the 17th for the PC and in 2026 for the PS5 and Xbox. Pre-orders include advanced access beginning on November the 14th right here. So this is going to be $40 right there for the PC. There is a deluxe edition that will be available for $45, including all sorts of stuff. stuff. So yeah, it says that Netmarble released a developer's note detailing the core gameplay features and philosophy behind the game, emphasizing that the game is a premium title separate from the mobile game Solo Leveling Arise. So this is not the mobile game. Very similar to Champions of the Continent and Zero. This is not the mobile game. This is something different. This is harkening back to what I was just talking about with Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. You know, they're taking a mobile game and they're turning it into a console experience. It says, which hunters, weapons for Sung, Jin Woo, and other hunters and growth systems are unlocked through gameplay. It also elaborates on creating distinct experience for consoles and PC with standalone systems, narrative depth, and controls. And their statement is long. Like, they have a lot going on here. I'm not reading all this, but basically they are basically saying, hey guys, there's no gacha, you can play this as a normal game and you can level up and get your weapons and all that kind of stuff normally, like you would in a normal console game. A demo for Final Fantasy Versus 13. Oh wait, no, I mean Lost Soul Aside launches on August the 29th. By the time that y'all watch this video, it will be available everywhere. So yeah, it says it's out for the PlayStation 5 and the PC, so you get a demo right there. Test your skill, courage, and steel in the first step of a hero's journey in the action-heavy Lost Soul Aside demo. Prepare Kaiser for brutal challenges to save humanity with 2 epic boss battles. Chain skillful sword combos and a deadly duel with the Rose Queen, a legendary warrior, unleashing flurries of rapid strikes and dazzling slashes. Wield potent arena powers and 2-handed greatswords to face the Empire's formidable champion, the Holy Knight Commander Victor, and the immense ancient mecha construct in a ferocious class for the ages. Can you survive? Are you ready for your epic odyssey in Lost Soul Aside? Please note your save data does not carry over to the full game. This is coming out on August the 29th, and the demo is also coming out on the same day, so it's a same day release, same day demo right there for the PS5 and PC. I will have links below to all this, but right now, shockingly enough, Lost Soul Aside is actually sold out on Amazon. Shockingly enough. Elden Ring Night Rain adds a high difficulty expedition mode, Deep of the Night, on September the 11th. This is a mode for seasoned players who have navigated through the night many times. So this is a high difficulty challenge mode. It says, in Deep of the Night, the enemies that appear are stronger than usual. Additionally, you cannot specify the target Night Lord, and ongoing terrain changes are not reflected. Special items such as depth relics, exclusive to the Deep of the Night, and weapons with multiple additional but also detrimental effects will appear. Furthermore, the difficulty increases the deeper that you descend. The ratings will fluctuate based upon wins and losses affecting the depth. Deep of the Night is a high difficulty mode that provides a thrilling and challenging adventure. We encourage you to try to see if you can surpass Depth 3 right there. So if you... because this is supposed to be like a Souls-like sort of game. I don't really play Souls-like games because I kind of already did that with Ninja Gaiden on the NES and Battletoads on the NES and all sorts of other games on the NES. That was my Souls-like, believe me. If y'all never played an NES game, boot one up. Anyway, I've had my fair share. So yeah. So if it's not challenging enough for you, there's even a more challenging mode available for you, and it's actually on sale right now, 10% off for $36. Digimon Story Time Stranger gets a story trailer, a story about the natural laws of the world. Let's see. It says, the press release reads, as an agent of Adamus, the fate of both the human world and the digital world will be for players to decide in Digimon Story Time Stranger. Assist Agiomon and high school student Inori Misono as they investigate anomalies around Shinjuku and traverse through time to learn more about the calamity that threatens to destroy both worlds. This is coming out for the PS5, Xbox, and PC on October the 3rd. I am shocked that this is not coming out for the Switch 2 or the Switch, considering that, you know, Digimon Story the first time around came out for the Nintendo Switch. I don't know why. This doesn't, I mean, like, it's a cool game and it's new, yeah, but like it doesn't look like it's so super powerful that it couldn't run on the Switch, so kind of odd. Oh, also, I was about to end it, but here, no, I did want to bring this up. There's 2 different versions of this game. There's an Ultimate Edition for $120 and a regular edition with much prettier box art, I must say, for $70. I can't imagine what costs $50 more. So let's go ahead and click on this Ultimate Edition and try to find out. Oh gosh, there's actually quite a lot of stuff going on. So you get the base game, you get the pre-order bonus, which looks like digital, a Digimon card game, collectible card, and then digital ultimate content. So it's all digital. It's $50 for digital junk and maybe a physical card? I assumed this card is physical. This would be digital, this uniform and these Digimon, and then this stuff, it's literally digital. $50? That's crazy talk. The things that I do for y'all. I am not into horror games. I'm not even into like horror movies. I was scarred as a child. I remember we drove up to a family reunion in like North Carolina or something. I was maybe 5, maybe 5, probably even 4. Very, very, very young. And we were staying at my Uncle Buster's house. And we were all sharing a room. So it was my mother and father in the bed. Me and my brother were sleeping on the floor. And what do they turn on in the bed? Like, before going to bed, they turn on the TV. They turn on The Exorcist. I was 4 years old. And I remember my mother saying, "Why are you turning on The Exorcist? What are you doing?" And my father's like, "Oh, I like this movie. We should watch it." And then we're like listening to it, and we're like, "What's The Exorcist?" We had no idea. And my mother goes, "Just turn around and face the wall." So we have to like listen to The Exorcist going on as we're like facing the wall or whatever. And I'm like, I was scarred at 4 years old. And then I remember I was 7th grade. And it was like 1 o'clock in the morning or something. And I couldn't sleep. And I turn on TBS, and what's on? Carrie. And I didn't really know anything about it. And I was like, oh, it's about a girl who gets bullied in high school, whatever, how bad could it possibly be? You know, I've heard the movie, I heard the name of the movie before, I didn't know anything about it. So I'm watching it or whatever, and I'm like, oh my God, you know, and like maybe like 3 o'clock in the morning rolls around when her hand comes out of the grave and grabs like the guy's ankle or whatever. I'm like freaking out, couldn't sleep all that night. So I don't really watch horror movies. I've been scarred, and I don't really like horror games either. So the things that I do for y'all, I know that some of y'all like this stuff, so I'm bringing it up for y'all. Corpse Party Tetralogy Pack coming to the West in 2025. This is a 4-game horror adventure collection. This first launched for the Switch on August 7th in Japan with English language support. It includes the 2021 re-release of Corpse Party Book of Shadows, Corpse Party Sweet Saki Hose, Hysteric Birthday Bash, and Corpse Party Blood Drive. From its origins retold in Corpse Party, where a friendship ritual gone wrong springs terror on a new generation of students, to a deeper exploration of the pain and suffering of generations of students in Corpse Party Book of Shadows, with a special detour to an invite-only birthday party from hell in Corpse Party Sweet Sakiko's Hysteric Birthday Bash, and the chilling conclusion of the saga in Corpse Party Blood Drive, you'll uncover every last truth held within the walls of Heavenly Host Elementary. Oh, it's an elementary school. That's lovely. If you survive. Whether you're new to the Corpse Party franchise or a seasoned veteran of Sakicho's blood-curdling frights, this collection is a celebration of what makes the series so memorable, and it shouldn't be missed. Did it give a release date? It just says 2025 in the West. So, like, 2025 is kind of almost over. Well, not almost over, but y'all know what I mean. It's heading towards its conclusion, so we'll see. This is available on Amazon, and on Amazon it says that it's going to come out on October the 28th, and all 4 games are only $50 right there. So if you wanted to get this physical, it is available. Oh look, more Corpse Party. Yay! Corpse Party 2 Darkness Distortion adds the PS5 version, delayed to 2026, no longer due out this year. So it's coming out for the PS5 now, the PS4, the Switch, and the PC. It was going to come out this year. It is now coming out next year. Oh gosh, bear with me. Ayame Kirishima, please send them to the hospital. Hoping to boost her subscriber numbers, streamer Nemu Takahashi convinces her high school classmates Haruka Nanami and Maria Hitsugi to test the urban legend Ayami's Mercy live at an abandoned hospital. It does not go to plan. The 3 friends unwittingly trigger a curse placed on the hospital decades ago and are transported to another darker realm, home to the vengeful spirit of Ayami Kirishima and countless other horrors. While their classmates back home search for them, Haruka, Maria, and Nemu's only hope for survival is to evade the malicious spirits haunting Amare est vivere hospital and dispel Ayame's curse once and for all. I am shocked that I actually got through that. This is available for $80 on the Switch and the PS5 right here. So $80. Does this come with... Okay, so the reason why it's $80 is because it actually comes with quite a few things because, you know, Xseed always delivers. So it looks like we get a medical kit metal outer case, a 64-page art book, a Save Yourself LED blue candle, an evidence kit of journal pages, persons of interest, a business card, and a hospital PSA flyer, and a lenticular art card, as well as the game. So yeah, so you actually do get quite a bit of stuff for your $80. There's an RGG Summit 2025 set for September the 24th. Let's see, the broadcast will feature the latest information from the Yakuza Like a Dragon series, and it will follow directly at a RGG Direct will follow directly after the RGG Summit with a deeper dive into the announcements. So it looks like the last year's one featured an announcement of Like a Dragon Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii, and it says this year's edition will likely feature updates on Stranger Than Heaven and possibly the new Virtua Fighter project. So hopefully, in addition to that, we will get more information on a Yakuza entry, hopefully starring Ichiban, which would be turn-based. The Lonesome Guild launches on October the 23rd. This is a top-down single-player action RPG. In a world consumed by loneliness, only friendship can save the day. Lead the quirky cast in this colorful single-player action RPG full of heart, battles, and bonds that change everything. The world might be lonely, but you don't have to be. The Lonesome Guild is a single-player top-down action RPG all about togetherness. Embark on a heroic adventure as Ghost, a spirit who wakes to find that they hold no memories. The world has become shrouded by loneliness, and the mist just keeps on spreading, corrupting everyone in its path. Now it's up to you to get the band back together, even if they're meeting for the first time. The ragtag group of unlikely friends that you'll recruit each will bring their own story, quirks, motives, and abilities. Switch seamlessly between the 6 of them during exploration and combat to navigate a tear, solve puzzles, and defeat enemies. This looks actually kind of cute, if I do say so myself. Hellish turn-based RPG Entropy announced for the PC due out sometime next year. Featuring tactical turn-based battles inspired by classic JRPGs and a party of up to 6 adventuring mercenaries faced with staving off demonic invasion of their world. In this dying age, only pockets of humanity remain. There is no grand apocalyptic event to speak of, only the cruel march of time and the inexplicable infertility of the world led us here. Accursed creatures stalk the barren lands between settlements, which are themselves terrible places, squalid, medieval, and mostly ruled by tyrants. This tale begins in the town of Drainog? Your theater performance interrupted by fighting at the gates, demons have arrived. As a simple thespian, your wooden prop sword will have to do for now. You must gather the troop and defend yourselves. And so begins your quest as you journey across the expansive world map, littered with explorable towns, filled with colorful characters. Forge your path on this expedition to hell to stop the demonic onslaught. Normally, I don't like this like demonic sort of stuff like this. Like, it's just not my thing. The aesthetic, not my thing. This is looking very like PlayStation 1 to me, you know, like this looks almost like very like Diablo. If you look at like the graphics and stuff, I'm like, I don't know like what this is, but I really don't think that this is anything up my alley, even though it says it's like inspired by JRPGs and stuff and turn-based battles. Like, looking at this, I don't know. I'm gonna have to check out a demo or something and see what this is all about. Now, something like this is much more my speed. However, it has been delayed till September the 15th. This is Little Witch in the Woods, and they're calling it the Hollow Knight Silksong effect. So apparently it was going to release on like the same day as Hollow Knight, and they're like, oh, we don't want to do that. So apparently a whole bunch of other games also got delayed because of Hollow Knight Silksong. It says, recently we finally announced with excitement the release date of the full version. However, shortly after our announcement, we learned that Hollow Knight Silksong, a highly anticipated new title of a masterpiece in the gaming industry, is launching on the same day. Silksong is a game that we look up to with awe as developers and eagerly anticipate as players. Given its immense influence, we fear that launching Little Witch in the Woods on the same day would not only dishearten our dedicated team, but also disappoint our devoted audience. Having taken everything into account, we now decide to adjust the release of the full version to September 15th. And like, I get it. You only get one chance to make a first impression. You get one chance to make your splash in the hugely crowded gaming scene, and you really don't want to do that and then just get like completely overshadowed by, you know, something else. And then, you know, let's say that if you released it a week afterwards or whatever, you would have been like the big boy in town, and all of a sudden people are like, who are you? I want Silk Song. You know, you're going the trash, like that little meme with the girl dropping the toy in the trash from that movie. So yeah, I completely get it. Man, and they just made this release date trailer. They're going to have to make another release date trailer because Demonschool has been delayed to November the 17th. It's another Hollow Knight Silk Song delay. So yeah, this is coming out for the PS5, the Xbox, the PS4, the Nintendo Switch, as well as the PC. Was going to come out September 3rd, but now this is not getting moved just like a week or two away. This is getting moved to November the 19th. Like, wow, they're really pushing this one out. It says, we don't take this decision lightly. Demonschool's release has been delayed before, and we want to be clear, there are no more delays after this point. We've already distributed Steam keys to press as part of a healthy review program, and had every intention to proudly release on September the 3rd. We hope fans who anticipate the game will forgive us for one final delay. Yeah, they've delivered the keys. And it's getting delayed again. Duet Night Abyss launches on October the 28th. All characters and weapons are free to unlock. It's going to launch for the PC via dedicated launcher and Epic Game Store on iOS and App Store, and Android via Google Play. Pre-registration is available right now. This is a fantasy adventure RPG with a high degree of freedom developed by Hero Games Pan Studio. The game features multiple weapon loadouts times 3D combat at its core, and it tells the story of demons from dual perspectives. In the long and repetitive dream, quicksand constantly pours down. The compass of destiny starts to tick. The two wake up and embark on their separate journeys. On this shore, you emerge from a perilous situation, but you are exiled to the harsh north border, struggling to survive. On the other shore, you found yourself in a maelstrom of power, striving to escape from a cage woven with conspiracies. No need to bid farewell, as time perpetually flows forward. As the two shores will eventually meet, you will meet each other one day. Can they like put these things like okay, I get that you want to use ChatGPT or whatever to like reduce your costs of translating, but like if you could give this to some native English speaker and actually make these stories make sense, like that would be a miracle. Because how many times do I read these things and I'm like, I'll read the entire story and I'll still have no idea what is going on. Like, I am clueless, completely clueless. Apparently you're two people on opposite shores and there's quicksand. I don't know. I have no idea. But anyway, that's it for new RPG news. I do hope that y'all enjoyed it. Please be sure to check out the games in the links below that I have talked about and all that kind of good stuff. And yeah, hopefully I will see you at PAX West as well. If you see me, please be sure to come on up to me. I have some stickers for y'all to give out too, because why not? I love a nice sticker. So yeah, that'll be fun. Anyway, I'll see y'all and have a good day.